dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students, I would like to welcome you to this math class, and it's a continuation of where we stopped just before you went for that holiday, and the topic for discussion is probability tree diagrams. They are called tree diagrams because they have branches, so they appear like trees. That's why they are called tree diagrams. With these tree diagrams, there are two different types of tree diagrams. There is a situation where after drawing the first time, you replace, so the total number does not change. And then there is a situation where there is no replacement. We want to focus on a situation with replacement. This is our area of focus. Now look at this example. We are told a bag has 3 blue, 5 red, and 4 green marbles. Now in this bag, Mr. Mohammed picks out a marble. When he takes out, he writes its color and then puts it back just before he draws the second time. So this question, there are some things to note. Mohammed draws and then replaces. So there is replacement. When you take something and put back, the total will not change. Okay? And then he draws another time. So he's drawing 2 times, first time and second time. Now, okay, he takes a marble and then draws a second time. Let me first clear this. So what is the question? The question says, draw a probability tree diagram. Now let me make this as my bag. And if this is my bag, then I have some blue marbles, I have red and green. These are 3, 5, and 4. So when he draws 2 times, there are 2 events. The first time he draws, second time he draws. So those 2 events, we show them using 2 sections on our probability tree diagrams. I'm going to put 2 sections on this probability tree diagram. So this first part is for the first draw, what happens. Okay? Then we also have another section. This section will be what happens when he draws the second time. Now, first time, he has 3 options. Okay, and in these 3 options, he can either get a blue, he can get red or green. So what is the probability of getting blue? You take 3, the number of blue, divided by the total. The total is 12. So this is the probability that he gets a blue marble when he draws the first time. Then probability of red will be 5 divided by 12. And this one will be 4. Let me clear this. So this will be 4 divided by 12. Just make sure that when you add all these probabilities for each event, you end up with 1. We can't have probabilities more than 1. This is what happens during the first draw. In the second draw, when he's drawing the second time, the total number of balls has not changed, total number of marbles. because after taking the first time, he replaces. So the total will not change. The numbers do not change. Each of these, we can draw 3 different possibilities during the second draw. See? For each of them, there are 3 different possibilities. This will be getting blue if the first time he got blue. Red, given that the first time he got blue. And then green, then you continue. It's repeating. Blue, green, and red. Oh, let me follow the order. I will remove this. So that's blue, red, and green. The numbers are not changing, so the probabilities are still same. This remains 3 over 12, 5 over 12, and then 4 over 12. So what you have here, this can give you the probability that he got the first time blue and second time blue. And how do we get that? You multiply 3 over 12 times 3 over 12. Let me remove this. This is supposed to be 12. Okay? So here you would say 3 over 12 times 3 over 12 would give you this probability. Okay, that is around 9 divided by 144. You do the same for all these. Probability of getting first time blue, second time red will be this times that. That is 15 divided by 144. So you continue and complete the whole table, the whole probability tree diagram. This is how the probability tree diagram will look. I have not written everything, but if you understood this part, you can fill in the remaining parts. So in case of an exam, you have to fill the whole tree diagram. Take an example. If I need the number for this part, probability of getting green, given that first time I got green, this is 4 over 12. So probability of getting green and green, first time green, second time green, you just multiply this times that, which gives 16 divided by 144. You can do this, you can complete the whole probability tree diagram. This is how our probability tree diagram should look. Of course, you have to complete the missing parts. Now let us see the questions that follow after drawing the probability tree diagram. So the first question says, what's the probability of getting 2 reds? You go back to the other tree, you see the part where you had R and R. Okay? So this is probability of R. Okay? So you check the number that was here. I think it was 4. It was 5 over 12. Then multiply it with the next, which is 5 over 12, which gives us 25 over 144. So you just multiply the probabilities. If you go back to our probability tree diagram, you will see here we have 5 over 12, 5 over 12. So you multiply those two to give you the probability of 2 reds. What's the probability of getting marbles with the same colors? On our tree diagram, same colors will be, they are meaning this, RR, or blue and blue, or green and green. So you get these probabilities and add them up. Definitely this one we have said it is 5 over 12 times 5 over 12. Probability of 2 blues will be 3 over 12 times 3 over 12. And probability of green and green will be 4 over 12 times 4 over 12. Then you add up, you will get the answer for that problem. What's the probability of getting different colors? So you know that this is a complement. Probability of getting different colors is a complement of probability of same colors. So it means if you have probability of same, subtract it from 1, you will get probability of different colors. This is how you answer this kind of a question. Definitely you have to complete, put some of these numbers in your calculators and get the exact. Alright, now we have another example, and in this example we are told Marcus plays 2 games of tennis. Okay? For each game, the probability of a win, the probability of a win is 0.35. And we need to complete a probability tree diagram. We have the probability of a win. How do we complete our probability tree diagram? If the probability that Marcus wins is 0.35, then the probability that he does not win will be 1 minus this, which is 0.65. So that the total here is 1. You do the same here. 0.35, 0.65, 0.35, 0.65. Now the chance that he wins 2 games, let me use M to mean Marcus wins. So the probability that he wins 2 games, you take this number, multiply with this, 0.35 squared. This times that. This will be the event that he wins the first one and misses the second. He doesn't win the second. Okay? So to get this probability, you multiply this number times this one. And then here, he doesn't win the first, but wins the second. So this is probability that he does not win the first, but he wins the second. So to get this, you multiply this number times this one. And then probability that he does not win both. Okay? So the probability that he doesn't win both, you take this, 0.65 times 0.65, so you can get these probabilities. Definitely, you guys have to complete. I'm just giving the idea. You need to put the numbers here, the exact values of the probabilities. And then our problem will be sorted. Now let us see, there is a question that follows this. This is our probability tree diagram. Let us see the question that follows. Work out the probability that Marcus wins at least 1. Okay. Many students fail such problems, especially because we fail to understand just what this word needs. At least. So if they say he wins at least 1, it means what? He wins 1 or more. Then you will find some questions that say at most 1. That means 1 or less. So don't confuse those words. Now, how do we answer this question? Work out the probability that Marcus wins at least one of the 2 games. So this will be He wins 1, he wins 1, he wins 2. Then replace the numbers. I think this is 0.35 times 0.65 from your previous tree diagram. Then this will be 0.65 times 0.35, 0.35 times 0.35. You work out this and you have your answer. So with these two examples, we will end this lesson and wish you luck. Assalamu alaikum.